Hello everyone, welcome to Livedocs University again. And now in this video, we are going to have a look on how to use Git and why Git is important in data analysis. So Git is just a version tool for notebooks, for scripts, for coding, for software engineering, for data analysis, for anything. It is also a collaboration tool for your team, like everyone can work together in one single platform. And how does version controls really works? For example, today you are working on a data project and there's another person in your team that's working on some of the data analysis sections that is not part of your task. There's some clash on it, and GitHub is perfect for these situations, and it has version controls. This is so you're working on your own version and the team is working on their own versions, and then eventually you guys can merge the code together and then it become like one final product. So I mentioned about branches, and this is an example of a branch in GitHub that you can create. And the main is the main repo of your project, the main HQ of everyone is working on. And for example, you're working on a little features and then you don't really want to work on it in the main branch because it's what happened if it's something wrong in that you break something and then maybe the analysis is not working there. So, and then this is live in action. So you don't really want to have that. And then you create a new branch to work on it and then slowly, and then you can merge your little features once you're done into the main. So for example, you've got a big features you want to work on. So you can just branch it out from the main and then you work on it. And then after that, you can just merge it back to main. As I mentioned, main is the HQ of your project. So everything has to be back here. This one will be live in production. And here's an example of a repo that I created a long time ago, which is 5 years ago, that I was working on. And as you can see here, this is the section to show you what kind of branches are there. And this is the main branch. Main branch is the main, as I mentioned, the HQ. And I've created another branch that's like another features. And in the end, I'm going to merge this into the main and then it can go live. So see here, there's issues that people can reporting any issues that you have and then any pull requests. So pull requests is a way for you to notify your team that that you created something that you wanted to merge to main. So you create a pull request and then your team leader or your data leader is going to merge this into the main branch. They are going to approve it and merge it. And then some other things that you can have a look. What are the things including in Git? So this is a cheat sheet provided by GitHub. As you can see here, the very common command to set up a Git is git init, which is to initialize a new or existing GitHub repository. Or you can clone your repo. So here am I going to show you how do you work on the branch on your terminal. So I'm in my project now and I just have to have a look at the status. And so I have all this uncommitted code that I work on before. To check which branch am I in, I'm just going to type git branch. And I'm in the feature of scrap work cafe branch. And as I mentioned many times, main is the HQ for your code. And all you have to do is just like, once you're done with this code and you git init the code to initialize the push. And then you type git add everything, which is a dot. And then you type git commit and then message. So commit my code for this branch. And then after that, you put git push, and then your code will be you'll be pushed into the branch, which is this one in the cloud on GitHub. And after that, as you've seen before, you can create a pull request through here, and then your team will merge that. So that's basically how GitHub works. And I hope you have learned something, and we'll see you in the next video.